I guess therefore we should do the last question. Finally,
Shoot, shoot.
would you recommend this movie to fans of Super Mario Brothers franchise? Now, this is a generic question. I kind of did a bit of research to get some general questions I thought we should ask. But this last one, I was thinking it feels a bit too plain, but like this is on this.
It's kind of on the nose, buddy. If you're a fan of the Super Mario, you don't need to be encouraged to see it. You're going to want to see it anyway. The question is that would you recommend this to people who aren't fans of Mario?
I should modify the question. Yeah, do I recommend this movie to people who aren't the fans? I'd say yes. I'm so happy to say that this is one of those movies that I think it's easy for anybody who has never even seen Mario to get straight away. It's like there's so many gaming movies where because they spend so much time reimagining the IP, they want it with something where people of all walks of life say, "What the hell is this?" So you got the Street
What am I
Fighter
looking
movie.
at?
Exactly. People watch the Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm sure they think to themselves, "What? Why is a movie called Street Fighter for one?" And
There's not a lot of fighting in it, and they're not on the street. It's
exactly.
like, whoa.
Exactly. Just because they're trying to make everything more reasonable, it just. I mean, this is what makes. I mean, so the anime movie of Street Fighter makes a lot more sense, at least because you got at least Ryu on the street.
Freaking love that one.
Yeah, he's on the street fighting.
Yeah, I gotta say that is a great example of how to marry disparate ideas while keeping the original concept alive. The idea of Street Fighter is a world tournament, but it's done by people who are professional fighters. So half of the A story is Bison has got an evil empire and the military are trying to fight him. But the B story is, hey, there's a dude traveling around the world looking for fights. And he goes around and he finds a bunch of guys and he fights them. You know why? Because it's called Street Fighter. Boom. There's your big brain idea. And I think I would recommend the Mario movie to non-Mario fans, to non-gamers. But I would preface it with saying, hey, are you a Pixar fan?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of fantastic, kind of colorful, vibrant worlds? There's a lot there that people who aren't gamers to get their teeth into. There's, good characters, good world, well realized, established world. It feels lived in. It's true. But I would ask, hey, are you a Pixar person? Can the fantastic hold up a film? Or do you need a clear sense of normalcy? Because the normalcy from the get-go is, strange Italian stereotypes in Brooklyn. And you're like, well, yeah. You got to lean into the fantastic.
Yeah.
If you could watch Monsters Inc. with a smile on your face, this is the movie for you.
Yeah, or Despicable Me, especially the Universal ones, like Minions. If you like the Minions, this will suit you. Definitely, I think any kid can appreciate this movie.
Kids don't need that. Kids don't need inspiration for this. This is the kind of thing that it's their bread and butter. Most kids media plays up the idea that there is more going on than you know. Even as far back as the 80s, the 70s, the 80s, kids media, when they started aiming books and things directly at teens as opposed to simply children. But children's media has always lent into the idea of secret gardens and hidden worlds, Narnias, places that are behind reality. There is more to the world than you see, because kids acknowledge that there is more, that there are things they don't get. Kids know intrinsically there are layers beyond what they can see. Parents talking in hushed whispers and talking about stuff that they don't understand. So a lot of kids' media is kids going into this world and it being crazier than they expect.
Yeah.
So
that's fantastic. Yeah.
Mario's fine with that. Going into the Mushroom Kingdom. That's not a concern. Plus, even when I went to see it, even before the film, they had a trailer for the Mario Lego set. That they're trying to sell stuff to you.
For sure.
It's the adults that I'm more concerned about. Can a reasonable, rational adult who wants a bit of entertainment go to the Mario movie and enjoy themselves? I think if you're willing to accept the fantastic, if you can enjoy the fantastic as a concept for your media, then yes. If you're the kind of person who needs normalcy or grounded real world issues, real characters,
Mm.
maybe not. Maybe
Yeah,
don't.
yeah,
Maybe give this one a miss and watch it, a crime drama on Netflix or something.
dude.
Go
Yeah,
watch Narcos.
yes, you got it. I mean, that's the thing. I think this is what's good about Nintendo. This is, and again, ties into what I'm talking about with the traditionalism and all that stuff. Is Nintendo's very good at, and this movie extends that value. It's capitalizing on the family market, not even the kids market, but the family market. If you're an adult who has a family, you'll have an open mind to appreciate this. I think you'll say, well, my nephew may like this, or my niece may like this, or something, or my little brother, little sister, or kids, or if you've got that. When you have a family market, you can appreciate the this world, I think, and it's got stuff that adults can appreciate. Every one of these movies, be it Shrek or not, you full of these little jokes that adults can get to. Even the way that they introduced Mario's accent as being a Mamma Mia as being an act.
This is a joke.
Yeah, and I was like, that's a clever way to just because I was going to say, wait, Chris Pratt, when I seen him in the trailers, he's not using that accent. So they implemented that early on in the movie in the ad, and I was like, that's clever. And it, even even little things that you'd be it, is it, sorry, what am I trying to say? Even things that whether you're talking about things that gamers know, like the DK Donkey Kong song and stuff like that, or you're just dealing with something that is there's like those little jokes we just mentioned that anyone that adult can get. There are layers that I think adults can appreciate that go into making this movie something that is detailed and substantive. So yeah, ultimately it's a family. I think it's a good family movie for this generation, and it's got and leaves the door open for follow-ups. People keep talking about Star Fox and Metroid. Okay.
I don't. I was watching a few reviews for the film, and someone mentioned, the pipes, and the pipes reference to the first Mario Brothers game, which is just Mario and Luigi in pipes taking out enemies. Before even Super Mario, they had the Mario game, which had it was a single screen. You're just kind of moving around it. So the pipes were reference to that, but it also implies that there are other worlds. In the trailer, she says this is a big galaxy, and that could be a reference to Super Mario Galaxy. Who that blue little floaty guy? He's Aluma. Yeah. He's directly taken from the Super Mario Galaxy game. But people have said, oh, no, we could type all kinds of worlds. Go use the pipes to go to all kinds of different places. And yeah, you could, but you would have to establish then that the pipes would take you to different forms of universes, because I don't want there to be a colorful, cartoony version of Metroid. I want Metroid to be a dark, dangerous kind of, psychological horror film.
Definitely a different universe. I think just like Smash, when you have Smash and these characters that they come in, they're very different characters. And you can have Snake next Metal, Solid Snake next to Mario, even though they're all serious and they get ready to duke it out. They're not from the same universe, even though
true. But the concept of Smash was established in the very first game. It's supposed to be a fictitious thing, the statuettes they use in their stories, those are amiibo. Those are toys that the main the protagonist is a child. The child is picking up toys, putting them on his table and bashing them together to see who would win. It's supposed to be like a child's version of these characters fighting. So it was never meant to be the real people. It was supposed to be, if they had a Smash game, it would be the characters had to have been stolen from their own universes and placed in a battle.
Yes, I see.
Now, that way, you could have a Smash movie, like an Avengers, by bringing Star Fox, Metroid, Samus Aran, and DK, and all the characters from other films. But I want their films to be their films, not extensions of Mario. They should live or die on their own merit, then bring them together for the Smash.
Right.
But don't go, hey, Mario's first, he's found the pipes, Mario gets to go now to Star Fox, and Mario gets to go to Samus Aran, and Mario gets to go... No.
Yeah.
No, Samus deserves her own movie. She's no 1 second billing.
Of course, yeah. I don't think that's I don't think a follow-up movie should be Mario goes to Samus World. It should be a separate movie, of course. And all that matters is that Nintendo do justice to the universe properly and the storyline, and people establish it. I mean, of course, Zelda and Mario, two different games, although by Shigsy's inventions, but they are you can't have a pipe to Hyrule per se, you know. So
No.
yeah, so it's got to be it's got to be a separate movie, but it's I think for the
But
prospects of
having a
Nintendo.
movie, I think now that the Mario movies were so successful, I think we can begin to broach this. I think it's worth looking at how we can do it, and making an animated movie is not a bad idea. Okay,
Exactly.
it will give us the freedom. It will give us the creative freedom to make the game, the movie, sorry, as intended. People
Yeah.
argue, and I'm an animated fan. I will happily choose a bad animated movie over a good live action one any day.
Ah, nice. You're my
Animation
kind of man.
is my yeah, it's my preferred medium. I will
Yeah.
always prefer it because it allows you to do more, but it does come with its own intrinsic problems. Because
Yes.
it's animated, there's a certain disconnect from it. So you have to work harder to make this world feel real.
Mm.
And some animated movies do try. They try and they fail. They try to tell a fantastic story in a fantastic setting, and you go, "Wow, that means nothing to me," because you need some elements of some grounding. You have to make some of it feel real,
Yeah. Yeah. Case in
just for
point.
the audience to connect
Yeah.
emotionally.
I'm really looking optimistic and looking forward to what comes next in the Nintendo world. And I think this is the best. This is one of the best things for the gaming industry because this is it kind of feels like a renaissance, like you're saying, of what we
Oh,
used to
it's already
have.
happening.
Yeah.
It's already happening. I was reading that they're talking about God of War series, but they've already asked the original creators to step in. This is what we wanted. This is what video gamers wanted. We wanted
Mm.
the IP to be
Legitimacy, right?
treated, yeah, legitimately, to be
Yeah.
treated with respect, which means bring in the people who made the original game because they know what worked.
Yes, and
We
they
want to
know and they've
see these
proved
characters do writ large. We don't want to see your version of them. We want to
exactly.
see the original.
But boy, this is great. This is a great moment to be alive, I must say, because
It is a great moment.
yeah,
No, we pop culture has been seized by less popular elements in the past 20 years. It's taken a long time, but the comic books have dominated movies. Um, Video games have dominated movies and TV as a preferred medium of entertainment.
mm,
And now we're seeing video games really take its not first steps, but first steps towards legitimacy.
yeah, yeah,
To not be seen as, this will help video games be seen as a genuine art form. If other mediums are taking it seriously, are
yeah,
treating the material with reverence, it will show that video games, it's not just a platform for twitchy, military shooters and gory fighters. It is a place where we can have those things, but we can also tell deep, engaging, realistic stories, and we can find truth behind the cutesy.
yes,
Mario is a great character, but there are some genuine moments in his series. There's some moments that really resonate as a person.
mm.
I can get behind them.
Yeah. I tell you, I mean, this is what I love about Japan pop art anime as well, because, like I said, it's just the culture here is they've always treated like anime more seriously and as more than the West, which we know people in the West just think cartoons are just for kids, but the way that they treat character stories and animation as a means of telling a story all the way to it extends into the gaming world. It's something that like I feel it feels like back when even Pokemon when it came out the movie yeah I'm feeling I'm getting Pokemon vibes, but even beyond that could even be Jaws or Terminator back when when games came the movies came out and then the toys came out and they were all over the place, and I'm feeling that a bit like Pokemon when Pokemon movie hit the Pokemon cards boomed and everything, and but now it's like now what you got is I think now you're gonna have a situation where finally, I mean, of course, Pokemon's already a game, and that movie that came out, it was like you said, it was not Nintendo. studios creation. This now, because the movies so been heavily legitimized, busting records over the place, making crazy money, and just opening the door, the floodgates. Now we're gonna have finally a, a hot movie, a hot movie franchise that actually will have a gaming adaptation. I mean, which already is established, but albeit, but a gaming adaptation series that can equally just drive, because Nintendo is like the king when it comes to a strong IP and as a mascot for every new console they bring out. You know, that's one thing that when you put a movie in a game, it's usually stuck for like one iteration of the gaming series, the game console series, and if the next one comes out, it's like, will it just fizzle out and whatever? But this is Mario, and it's not going anywhere. I mean, let me know what you think.
Yeah, I Nintendo is in a very unique position because they have cultivated a long lifespan within a medium, within an industry. Most businesses find a niche and they lead into that niche very hard. They make it, this is what we do and this is what we've always done, and this is how it's done. So when it comes to IP, certain IPs kind of get pigeonholed. They like, hey, this is what we do. And it's hard to break out of it. Not impossible. I mean, God of War was a hack and slash, but it broke out, became a hairy dad game, became more of a introspective third person action game. It can be done, but it's difficult. But because Nintendo has been around for so long, it's such an institution. It has evolved its own IP as opposed to expanding out and just having a whole plethora. It does. Its library is larger than anything else in the market, but it's kept its pedigree. You know, it's allowed for its characters to evolve and move forward, and it has a high standard.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the fact that before it made video games, it was a toy company. And it believed the idea of keeping these toys alive, making sure that they were always relevant. But it's kept its characters alive. Now, in the early days, we had the console wars between Nintendo and Sega, and in those battles, it was clear that which console you bought gave you a drastically different gaming experience because, even the same game released on two platforms played differently. They were just designed differently. But nowadays we don't have that as much. The only console wars we have tend to be over simple exclusives because most consoles get the same game. You can buy certain games on all the consoles. That was the death bell to the true console wars. Now it's just a matter of how many exclusives can you get and which exclusives lean more to your way. And Nintendo's just got such a long history of really great games, great incarnations of old franchises. But like we talked before, it's kind of a Katamari Damacy thing. It's as they go along, they build up tropes and stories and ideas, and it's difficult to bring out something good when you have to adhere to so many rules and regulations to keep all this old stuff in. So we're seeing games that are throwing a lot of this away. Mario Odyssey didn't even have an opening. It was like, hey, the moment you turned on the game, it went, Mario got his ass kicked by Bowser. Go get him. Like, why? Well, then you don't learn that why until later because it's not really relevant. It was just, hey, Mario in a world. Okay, I'll go with that. Zelda threw away tons of its old lore and concepts. It just went, hey, we'll do something fresh and new. But ultimately, Nintendo is a company that has earned the right not to play by the rules.
Yeah.
They've spent their time in the trenches. They've built up a fan base. They have characters and games that have evolved with technology, that have evolved ideas. They've put their time in. So when people go, oh, the console wars are still fresh, but Nintendo's kind of off in their own bubble. Yes, it's called the VIP section. Yes. And you've got to earn the right to be there. Once Sony and Xbox, once they've been around as long as Nintendo has and have made as many good decisions to keep themselves relevant as they have, then yeah, you can join the VIP section and you can just be like go grey, put your feet up and go, no one's leaving us.
Yeah.
Nintendo, I don't think Nintendo, there's not a thing Nintendo could do that would break its fan base.
Right, right,
You know?
dude. Exactly. That's what you must call it. Yeah, the VIP for very important IPs. Yeah.
Yeah. So with them expanding into films, I think this is just them bringing that pedigree, bringing that history, and starting anew. So the early films are going to be spotty. They
Mm,
don't have the pedigree that they do in games, but but that pedigree, that kind of reputation, that presence
mm.
in the video game market does lend itself to people giving them a shot. People are willing to take a chance with them, and Nintendo are very careful with their quality control. I think they will do well with their films. I think in the future they're going to bring out more and more movies, but they're going to be sporadic and they're going to be carefully crafted because
Yeah.
Nintendo are sticklers for that. So they won't produce a lot. What they will produce will be of high quality, and slowly but surely they'll get a foothold in film. And when we get, once they've reached a certain point, then they'll start experimenting.
Mm. Boy, my gosh. I mean, yeah, I mean, people say that Mario, of course, he's actually always been, well, for a long time at least, more popular than Mickey Mouse, more recognized, I think.
Oh, popular is a difficult one. I think that Mario is more popular than Mickey, but Disney as a brand is more popular than Nintendo.
Ah, good point. That's
Because
interesting.
it's few and far between we see Mickey himself and
Mm,
Goofy and Donald in any actual media.
yeah,
But we do see the we do see the Disney name on a lot of stuff.
yeah, that's true, true. Yeah. I mean, boy, oh boy, my gosh, I'm just looking forward to, like you said, when that day comes when Nintendo's like pushing Nintendo side. I mean, Disney side. I mean, I've got a lot of people. I'm gonna maybe react to a video or two, but people talking about Disney saying no, Nintendo's taking our lunch. Well, Universal, but it's just hilarious to watch because, of course, to say, I don't know, but I think Universal's catering to an audience that seems to feel neglected at the moment, or something of the sort. That's what some people are saying. So, I'll check out those reactions. I'm gonna check out that Peaches song and have a laugh, like you're saying. Um,
It,
you got
it's it's sung beautifully and it's played very well. It's just a really crap song. Pardon my language.
No, please, man. This channel, I think anything goes. What we'll do is, if people complain, then we'll take up the words. But
Yeah, just
no,
watch it as a musician, and watch the clip and listen to the music. Listen to how it's crafted, and as a music lover, kind of try to see what he's going for.
I
But
see.
then play the second time and just feel the intense tween energy.
Okay, okay. Nice. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, Bowser actually embodies the
Yeah,
tyrannical,
Bowser's
spoiled kid
giving
he
off
is.
massive prepubescent boy energy. He is
Yeah.
horny. Dude is thirsty.
That's it. I'm gonna do it straight after. I guess I might as well toodle up. But before we go, Dan, so next week hopefully Suzuka will be here. Maybe we can just catch her take on the
I
Japanese
hope to
take
see
of
the
things.
I hope to see the professor
Yeah.
again. I like to. She's going to see the movie soon, so
Hmm.
I'm glad she's not here now because I wanted to talk explicitly about the movie and spoilers. Come on, we're classy
Yeah.
people. We're grown ups here. We don't do spoilers. So if someone's here and they haven't seen it, it would really hamper the conversation.
Yeah, for sure, man. And then lastly, I think you were saying there's other stuff you want to do on the channel. You said you wanted to do shorts and so on.
Mm.
Mm.
I'm excited about that idea. I'd love to do a few bits and bobs. I'm still working on my own. I went to saw the movie yesterday, and I'm rewatching it again today, and I'm working on my own review, a full kind of review, but also thoughts. So I've gotten a script written for the thoughts, and I'm working on my review
Ah,
script. And I'd like, if you're interested, I can put that up.
I'd appreciate that.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, you
but
can
it's
either put it
just
on.
most of what I was thinking of is we've covered now.
Ah,
My ideas. They're the characters' unique representation. Mario as being finding himself, Luigi as overcoming and knowing his strength comes from other people.
mm,
Peach having her bubble burst. Bowser getting a dose of reality, and DK being seen as less of a joke. all of these characters kind of trying to find themselves.
Right,
You
exactly.
know, every one of them feels, everyone I think besides Luigi and Toad are kind of fully formed. They are influenced by, oh no, you know what? Tell a lie. Every character, all of the main characters, all six,
Hmm.
are influenced by the consequences of other people's actions. Every one of them is changed by the end of the movie, but not all of them in positive ways, or some of them in positive, some in negative, some in more esoteric ways. But all of them are different because of the results of other people, which is kind of what a good movie does. You know,
Mm.
you don't want your character to. It's the hero's journey. You're supposed to go on a journey and come back changed.
Yeah, everybody's got a lovely story arc, I must say. Um, if- I like that, and because of that, I mean, I think with a movie like this, you can't not do that because every character has a fan. There's a Toad fan. The only character that probably don't have fans is Giuseppe. You know, I mean, some people marry his relatives. To people like who would, but you know,
As I
that's
say, I like that they brought in Spike from the Wrecking Crew because I think he's
oh,
I think he's
yes.
Waluigi's father. But that's another theory.
I'm gonna go into that. And oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Just want to double check. So you said you hadn't seen the. Did you see? You didn't see these videos?
No,
All
no.
right. So this is just so this is what I'm be doing to promote the channel. Just these animated sketches. Let me see. Uh,
Have a look.
15 seconds or so.
Cute.
All right, so that's that.
That's
So
nice.
thanks. Yeah, so I do things like those, and it took me a while to kind of get the green screening right and so on to get that
Mm.
created. But yeah, I do that now as like a little mini promo. These shorts get so many views. So if you had anything for a short, that's different. Yeah, just let me know. But even if it's something that you think maybe what I can do to if there's something you think I can do that can help embellish it, let me know about that too. But if not for the shorts, yeah, like, send me your review. Whatever you like, you can do your own recording and send it over.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll whip something up and I'll send it over to you, and then you can edit it how you like. Um, but yeah, I'm just kind of I'm so busier than I thought I would be this
yeah.
period, so I haven't got as much time to dedicate towards it, which is sad.
Yeah, so this is
But
why,
it is what it is.
yeah, and this is why I'm very keen on this style, just turning on the camera, recording, and we're done. Because usually we just time is so this stuff is it's to put time into making this kind of stuff is it's unbelievably consuming, time consuming. So the best way to do it is to just turn on the camera and just share your thoughts, sometimes ad hoc. And
It's good to get it out timely. I think that's the problem
mm,
is that if you want to make something poignant, it takes time to craft and evolve your idea, polish it. But if it's sort of relevant, it has to be out now.
yeah, that's exactly why. So we're here, mate. And so yeah, let me know if there's what you want to do next. Next week, I guess we'll catch up with Suzuka, and if there's something you want to send me in the meantime, short, or if you wanted to,
We'll do. We'll do.
yeah,
I'll try and come up with something for you.
mm, super, mate. Well, let's keep it going. Have a good day. Thank you so much. This is awesome.
Nice talking with you. Nice talking. It's nice talking with someone about it. I was eager to get my thoughts out.
Yeah, my gosh. Well, have a good day, mate, and I'll catch you later.
You too. Bye.
Peace. Bye.